neighbors planted that in the early 90s. They wanted to do something nostalgic right when everybody was ripping out head prune Zinfandel and apples. They planted head prune Zinfandel and apples. So that's kind of a neat project. It's also the base of our rosés coming out of that. We've been growing them. I've been getting Zinfandel from a block off of St. Helena Road, but this one's given me enough for my needs, so that's the basis of our Zinfandel program from now on. And so this Pinot block is sort of the largest block that we have of producing vines. You can see there's some undulations, some waves in the hill, a little different terrain here at the top of the hill. There's the least water table, lowest growth on the vines. We tend to put more compost on up here. Whole property is organic and biodynamic. I've got the irrigation rigged up so I can put water on up here without watering down there where it flattens off, or even in the same row, give it a lot less water at least down by the cypress trees.
Is there any restrictions to this type of, even though it's very subtle, terracing?
No. And in fact, in the old days, they always wanted us to terrace. In fact, that block up there that we just replanted, that was all on dramatic terraces, going one stair step down to the next. And we smoothed that all out and went more up and down with the direction of the hill. Also wanted a row orientation more or less like this here, because later in the afternoon, the sun is right there. And what it does is it means that the sun is kind of shading the fruit in the hottest afternoon sun. You know, we're middle of Russian River. It's a somewhat cool climate within the California context, but it can get pretty hot here, and we can get sunburn issues and dried out grapes. And you know, I don't want to have to pick them because the sugar's getting too high from dehydration if I can avoid it. So I thought it's pretty important to try and get the row orientation the way I wanted it on that new block.
And that is principally for the late afternoon shading.
Yes, especially over there, because that is a western face, so it's just getting hammered all in the late afternoon. It's just like right on it.
Yeah, the last sun of the day. Kind of
Yep. So we'll move it down, let the lower areas ripen a little more. They all have different growth characteristics, a little different wine, a little different terroir. So, and then usually make the Russian River, which is what doesn't get put into the.
I think it's part of the. It also is a little bit more sheltered because there's a little tree break there.
Yeah, much smaller tree. You get just a higher concentration of fruit. Some years it makes the best fruit. We got here more along the great stop where the stone content. About a third of the way down, starts in Chardonnay, and then over on this side is little Viognier.
So is that all yours on the other side too?
No, that's Gallo.
That's Gallo.
Because that's flat, bro.
The flat stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
There used to be another hill, right? Oh, really? Wow.
That ridge in the distance
They
there.
don't want good quality for it. They want more.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I love rolling around with this.
Planted in, Pinot was planted in, so let's see, 73, I think. And this we planted around 1980. Really wide, we're planting a new road right down the middle.
Wow, cool.
It's awesome. Germany and Alsace. You know, I'm not talking about the handwork vineyards on the real deep areas like the Mosel and Rhine, but most everything else is going to be really close to that spacing. And we were originally planning to just sell the grapes. And my dad quickly found that selling Pinot Noir at the going price of $300 a ton was not going to make business sense. Even back then, $300 a ton wasn't very much money. Opposite the Chardonnay was or opposite the Pinot Noir is the Chardonnay that's right down here, and then at the top, right, transitions to Pinot Noir, and then we have a little Viognier over there. You might be able to see kind of a lighter color, a little different growth characteristic. And we actually have a name for this block, which is Break Rock Ridge. Named because when we were kids, we loved playing up here because you could take these stones and you could break them apart with your hands. So we thought we were like Superman, you know.